Today, from First Energy Stadium in Cleveland, Ohio, it's Week 7 of the NFL on EA Sports. We'll see Baker Mayfield and the Cleveland Browns taking on Joe Burrow and the Cincinnati Bengals.
We are just a stone's throw away from the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame as we get set for football at First Energy Stadium in Cleveland, Ohio. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Cincinnati Bengals and the Cleveland Browns. Hi again, everyone. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And, Charles, we look at this Browns ball club. Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season, Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line, so bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision, loses him about 4 yards. Here come the Bengals, and CD, of course, it's Joe Burrow out of LSU at quarterback.
I loved his quote during the week. If I were a defensive back, I would have wanted to play against me last week as well. He's trying to eliminate those turnovers, those interceptions, and get back on the positive side of the ledger, throwing touchdown passes.
Yeah, had 4 of those picks, led to the loss. A first carry for Leonard Fournette. He'll wind up getting a yard on the game's first play at second down. The rushing numbers for Fournette from last week, 17 carries, 58 yards.
They've lost a bunch of games in a row now. They've got to start thinking a little bit differently, maybe a little bit outside of the box. Find other ways to move the football. I don't know if you're going to do it through the air or maybe change up how you establish your run game.
Fighting him off. And a nice run past the 30-yard line there. It appears he'll be a few inches short, so 9 yards on the gain officially, and it'll be third down. They'll try and run for it with Fournette, and he's able to get it to the 33, good enough for a first down. Give him 2 yards on that play, and it'll give him a fresh set of downs. Defense had a chance to get off the field here in the opening drive, couldn't do it.
I know that we go into these meetings with coaches, and sometimes maybe we can get, a little bit numb because they're always going to talk about how important third down is, aren't they? Offense and defense. In this case, one capitalized, and the other, as you said, had a chance to get off the field and didn't get it done.
So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. And now they will throw it with Burrow. Boyd's the target, and he has it over the middle. That catch good for only a couple. So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
Give him 14 on that one and a first down. They go back to the ground now with Fournette. And he's going to take this across the 50 into Browns territory. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. From the shotgun, Joe Burrow. Out of his hands quickly to Higgins. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 32-yard line. The Bengals passing game finding a rhythm. They've got another first.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
Fournette, a first down carry. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
His throw incomplete. This now play number 9 on the opening drive, but it's 3rd and long. From the shotgun, it's Burrow. A pass underneath for Fournette. And he'll be brought down at the 28, and that is well short of the first. He did his best to just get 4 out of that, but not enough. And now 4th down. And a good sign for them right now to have their young quarterback looking confident on the opening drive.
Now, we haven't met a young quarterback, a veteran quarterback. It doesn't matter. We haven't met a quarterback yet that doesn't tell us he's confident about his abilities, right?
That's true.
But when you're young, it's really important to get off to a good start because it does build up that confidence. It allows him to play better as the game goes on.
Especially crucial here on the road. Now Aldrich Roses for the field goal attempt. From the right hash. This from 45 yards away. And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. And the Bengals are on the board first here. It's 3-0. No touchdown there, but if that first drive is any indication, looks like they're going to have a pretty good day passing the football.
I would say confidence would have to be pretty high after that first drive, able to throw it almost at will. You're exactly right. They didn't get the touchdown, but 3 points serves as a nice notice about how this offense is going to move.
Here's the Cleveland offense, and here's Baker Mayfield, former Heisman Trophy winner, ready to go at quarterback.
If you just break it down in individual terms, he played really well last week. 0 interceptions, 3 touchdown passes. Not a whole lot more he could have done to win that game. But you know something's funny, when we talked to him, all he focused on were throws he missed, other opportunities that didn't get done.
Good sign of a leader.
Great sign of a leader because they didn't win, and that's all he cares about.
And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. The numbers in last week's game for Hooper. 8 catches, 95 yards, and a score.
And they think they have a matchup advantage in this one. They're going to try and find some space for him to work and make sure he touches the football.
Now a man open down the middle of the field. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. A good pickup there for the Browns, 15 yards. And he's top 5 in the league in terms of receiving yardage because of plays like that. What have you seen from him on film that you like so much?
Well, I'll strip away everything else and get to what we call the moment of truth. When the ball's arriving and there's a defender there, he just comes down with the ball. He competes and takes it away. Great hands, great ability to finish the catch.
First carry for Nick Chubb. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. DJ Reader there on the tackle.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10.
Mayfield now from the 50. The Bengal pressure gets him that time. Down he goes. Credit the sack to Shaquem Griffin. And, Charles, part of the reason they lost last week, they didn't have a single sack. Well, they changed that quickly.
Well, did they ever? And it was something they talked about with us extensively. They needed to get pressure. How were they going to get to the quarterback? Obviously, they schemed themselves into a great play, didn't they?
Mayfield and this Browns offense staring at a 3rd and long now after the sack. From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's 4th down.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game. But it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. 3rd down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go and make the tackle right away.
Cincinnati coming back onto the field here for their 2nd drive. They've got a 3-0 lead and the football as they start 1st and 10. They'll start out on the ground. It's Leonard Fournette, and he'll be taken down at the 18. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
On second down, here's Fournette. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. 12 yards there and a first down.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. And I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
So a good run by Fournette. Now another 1st and 10. Now they'll run on the draw. And he'll be limited to a short gain up to about the 34-yard line. The tackle by Matthew Ioannidis. Off the play fake, here's Burrow. Able to find Higgins. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6. On 3rd and 1, Burrow. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
That's what you're going to need to do against those big receivers. You got to get in there and get physical with them. That time he got in close, got in tight, and knocked the ball away.
So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Browns will take over with a 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. Second drive coming up here for Cleveland as they return to the field on offense. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
First down yardage on the first play of the drive, 14 yards. Nothing after 1 on EA Sports.
Bengals 3, Browns nothing.
3 tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10. On the ground, it's Chubb. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And it'll be 2nd and very short. From the gun, Mayfield. And finding the tight end, Hooper. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 15 yards on the play, 1st down.
Nice job there of utilizing his big target, and he didn't overthink it. Understands the catch radius, understands that he knows how to use his body to keep defenders away from the ball, and puts it right out there for the nice pickup.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Check, 59.
Working out of the gun, Mayfield. Now looking for Higgins, but it is intercepted. Picked up by J.C. Jackson. And he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line. Before we came up to the booth, last thing he said as we were walking off the field, want to play mistake-free football. Well, that just went out the window there with a pick.
And do you remember what you said to me when we were walking up to the booth after he said that? You're like, oh, fatal last words. Every time we hear that, things tend to fall apart a little bit, and that's what we saw there. Didn't get enough on that throw, and it turned into an interception.
Burrow and the Bengals with a 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. And he'll begin with a give to Fournette to start the drive. And that didn't fool anybody. He's going to be dropped in the backfield. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
When a draw works, it can be a thing of beauty. But when it doesn't,
Oh, it can be ugly. And in this case, loss of yardage ugly.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Out of the gun, it's Burrow. Dumps it off to Fournette. It'll be a gain of 8 yards, and it'll be 3rd down. 2 minutes gone by, second quarter. On 3rd down, Fournette. Give him 7 yards on the play as they do pick up the 3rd down conversion.
First down, Cincinnati.
They keep it with Fournette on 1st down. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
He's brought down at the 39-yard line. A gain of 5 brings up 2nd.
Now it's Burrow. He'll set up the screen to Fournette. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. Give them 14 on that one and a 1st down.
And the Bengals first down.
A shotgun give to Fournette. And he's going to take this one down to about the 23-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
It's 2nd and 8.
And able to get about 3 as he's taken down right at the 20. The Bengals on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up. Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. But linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
And no move to get the offense off the field. They'll stay put on 4th and 1. They'll go with a big back Fournette. And he takes it down to the 13 and picks up the 1st. It's a 4-yard pickup, and on 4th down, they're able to convert and move the sticks. I love those plays. 4th and 1, that's who wants it more, this time the offense.
Yeah, there's a lot of hooting and hollering in there, right? A lot of contact and a lot of collisions as they try and find some space. Who's going to drop their hips, gain leverage, and move the other side backwards? We saw it there for the offense getting it done.
Let's go, defense. Let's get on the field, defense.
On 2nd down, Burrow. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. They're passing here, Joe Burrow. The Browns D locked in on 3rd down, brings up 4th. Another good drive, Charles, but it looks like another that might end in a field goal try.
They've made some nice plays. They've given themselves opportunities, but as you noted, another field goal attempt coming up. And that's not how they want to end drives. They've got to figure out what's the final touch that they need to push it across the goal line.
Yeah, still yet to find the end zone. So they get 3, certainly hoping for 6 after a 13-play drive.
So you console yourself on defense by saying you did your job, right? If they go 13 plays, you only give up a field goal, you did a nice job there. But here's the other part. 13 plays, you don't force any mistakes, you don't take the ball away. Maybe that's the way they should look at it.
Baker Mayfield leads the offense out for their next possession. He's got to dig deep here, doesn't he? Team's losing. He's not playing well either.
And they always tell you, don't press. You'll make things a little bit worse. But in this particular situation, you try and heighten your play a little bit. So far, he's thrown 1 interception. He wants to balance that off with at least 1 touchdown pass in order to get his team back moving forward.
He's got this almost to the 40 before going out. First play of the drive going for 14 and also going for a 1st down.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. And it's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice 1st down. Drive keeps moving.
On 2nd and 11 now. Mayfield. He'll get this to Chubb out of the backfield. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
That was well defended, and while it was a completion, it resulted in a loss of yardage. It's really, really hard for a running back to think to himself, I probably should have just dropped it and saved the yardage. It goes against the entire training that he's had his whole career.
On 3rd down, Mayfield. And the throw there going to be incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early, and now it's 4th down.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There was pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
1:58 left to play till we hit halftime. The Bengals drive about to get going. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it. Forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize. Like going to the county fair, you don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That pressure gets to him, and down he goes. Back at the 4-yard line. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Now the Browns signal for the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. The Bengals bring out their punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And he's able to get it out quickly, and this is not a bad kick here. And that's a 48-yard punt with a coverage holding him to 3 on the return. And the Browns will take over 1st and 10. The offense trots back out there. Let's turn our focus now to Nick Chubb. He's just been looking for some space. I'm not going to pin it on him or the offensive line, but they need to get this run game going better.
Sometimes you just have to credit the defense. They came in with a plan themselves. So I think now you try and mix things up a little bit. Get the ball in the hands of some other people, find some other playmakers, but always let the defense believe that he's still a threat.
I was going to say, don't forget about it.
No, don't take him totally out of the game.
They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a 1st down. He'll let it go deep for... Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. 33 yards that time. For an offense that has not found the end zone yet, that's a big play.
There's the spark right there. The big play that they needed. Now they've got to go ahead and finish this drive and put this ball in the end zone.
Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's 1st and goal just outside the 5. This will be caught at about the 5. And he's brought down right at the 5-yard line. Give him 2 on the play. That catch good for only a couple.
At the 5-yard line.
The lone man in the backfield here is Chubb on 2nd and goal. They'll throw again. Here's Mayfield. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal.
Brings up 3rd
It's just me and you. It's just me and you.
Going to the air again with Mayfield. And this is caught. Touchdown, Cleveland. A 5-yard touchdown. And the Browns can grab the lead if they hit the extra point.
We've been together a few years, and you know that I really ride the wave of old momentum, don't I?
Yes, you do.
There is a heck of a difference between being down 6 and possibly being up 1. And right now, they've got that opportunity.
No doubt. That is a big-time score and a big-time swing in momentum. Cairo Santos on to try the extra point. He's got it, and they take the lead at 7-6. 5 plays there on that drive. And it ends with a touchdown for Cleveland. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. To return it, Darius Phillips. And he won't quite make it to the 25.
The Bengals take over first and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Leonard Fournette making his way back out there. He's been good. They've utilized him well, but they're losing here in the second quarter. What might they change offensively?
I think that what you try and do is expand how you get the ball to him a little bit. Get him out in open space, maybe swing the ball to him. What's that they used to call it in the West Coast offense, the long handoff? Yeah. Serve as your running play that way, as well as continue to feed him the football. Some of these runs now may pop bigger later in the game because of the effects of running it. Sometimes people, after a while, they don't want to tackle him anymore, or they get tired, or they get out of position, or he runs through tackles. Continue to feed him the ball. He's having that kind of game.
Yeah, might they get him the ball in some space in some different ways here.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. A lot to get to here as some of the division races starting to take shape as we look around the NFL here in week number 7. We'll start over in Texas at AT&T Stadium in Arlington. And they are seconds away from halftime, all tied in that one. Lastly, let's check on one final game for you. And you can see they are scoreless as they play the second quarter. Meanwhile, in our game, it's been a defensive struggle. Which offense can break through in the second half? To find out, let's hand it over to our broadcast team of Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Returning it, John Ross. And there is a flag as he's brought down right at the 25-yard line. But who's this going to be against?
What you talking about, ref?
Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that one looked pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard inadvertent or not. Now, it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. Out of the gun, they run it with Hunt. And he'll push this forward only to about the 42-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
2 yards on the pickup.
Mayfield looks to throw. And he'll be taken down by the Bengal pressure.
We are seeing 2 really confident defenses imposing their will on these offenses in this game.
Yeah, absolutely, going toe for toe. Just curious if one of these offenses can wake up a little bit.
Is there any way they can find something that can pop, something big to knock them back on their heels?
Mayfield and this Browns offense staring at a 3rd and long now after the sack. Now Mayfield. Oh, he'll let one go deep for Higgins. It got his man complete. And he is going to have a Browns first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. 3rd and 19, no problem as they're able to convert.
You know I'm going to lean towards the defender, right? You know I'm going to do that.
I know.
That's a tough situation for him as I see it. But the truth of the matter is, that ball was not streaking towards him. Had a little arc on it. He's got to find a way to get his head around and make a play on the football.
So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35. Mayfield now. Now Mayfield lost the football. We talk a lot about setting the tone to start the game. Well, you want to start the tone right in the 3rd quarter as well, and nearly lost a football there in their first drive.
And sometimes we overdo it when we talk about halftime adjustments and what teams are going to do. Most of the time, it's just a matter of executing the game plan you brought in. But I'll guarantee you, they didn't draw that play up on the whiteboard at halftime. They're fortunate to retain possession.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Mayfield, that's out to Chubb, complete. It'll be a gain of 6, and it's going to be 3rd down and a ways to go here. 3rd and 14.
Makes it 3rd and 14.
Mayfield. This one complete into the hands of Higgins. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Able to convert on 3rd and 14. A terrific play call. This drive, it's been a good mix. 3 passing plays, 3 runs, hitting on all 3 of those passes, and the last one putting him in the red zone.
So wouldn't you think play action right here? Because you've got the ability and had the ability to run it and throw it. Go play action and take your shot at the end zone.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Running with Hunt here out of the shotgun. They stopped after only a yard, taking it down to the 14. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Back to the ground, this time it's Chubb. He will push his way down to about the 14.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
And the tackle made at the 13. He is well short of the first. They'll get only a yard out of that, and it'll bring up 4th down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. So on comes Cairo Santos now for the field goal try.
A 30-yard attempt.
And Santos able to put this one up and through. It's good. And they bump the lead up to 4 now at 10-6. Well, looking at it from a defensive perspective, that keeps the deficit very, very manageable. You know, all things considered, not a bad job on the defensive side.
I would say that you've pointed out something pretty good right there, and that is you actually have both sides happy with that exchange. You know, happy in quotes, of course. One team, hey, we've kept it within range. The other side saying, hey, we put points on the board and did stretch out the lead. Let's see how this one turns out.
Yeah, still bottom line, though, 3 points for the opening drive of the 3rd quarter. Burrow going to lead up the Bengals here, 1st and 10 at their own 22. They begin with a run by Fournette. And nice yardage right off the bat here as he's up to about the 24-yard line. Denzel Ward, the number 4 pick in the 2018 draft, making the tackle from his corner spot.
Brandon, we just saw the benefits of being able to run.
And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack. Off the edge, the sack by Matt Ioannidis.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
So that'll leave Burrow and the Bengals with a 3rd and long after that sack we just saw. Burrow will throw. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And that's not nearly going to be enough. Stopped at the 22, and he needed plenty more. That one good for only 6, and it leaves him with a 4th down. Instead of throwing it downfield, Charles, they just tried to dump it underneath there. You like the call?
I do. I think it's a high percentage play because you get the completion, and what you're counting on is your back to use his legs and his elusiveness to make people miss and pick up the 1st down. In this case, it didn't happen.
The Bengals bring out their punter now as he's on here to punt it away. Averaging 50 yards a boot so far as this one's away. And oh, he spins past him and into space. A good work bringing that one back as he picks up about 16 on the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. So here are the Browns to take over. They were losers a week ago to Baltimore, but they lead things here as they start 1st and 10. To throw, Mayfield. Quickly into the hands of Beckham. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. An ideal beginning of the drive there as they'll get 20 and a first down.
That's a nice throw there, and he's obviously feeling pretty good because, remember, he had a touchdown pass on the last drive, and here he comes out throwing again, and they wind up getting good yardage and a first down right out of the gate.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Mayfield hands it off to Chubb. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. Throwing on 2nd down. Mayfield. Now Mayfield lost the football. And the Bengals grab it. The 40. 20. 10. And this is taken into the end zone. A fumble recovery and a Cincinnati touchdown. And a big turning point here in the second half, Charles, after that play.
All you're trying to do is change momentum, flip things around for your team. You're just trying to take the ball away. But how about when you take it away and score? That really changes things.
Aldrich Rosas on for the extra point. And this one's right there, and that pushes the lead to 13-10. The scoop and score, always an exciting play in football, and we witnessed it there. Grabbing it off the ground and then rumbling it into the end zone for 6. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. Now Ross to return. And able to get this out to the 25. Ready to take over again on offense. Out comes Cleveland. Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They'll start with Hunt on the ground. And he'll wind up with about 6 up past the 30 to the 31. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. From the gun, it's a give to Chubb. Not much room to run. Just gets it to the 35 after showcasing his tough running. They run it again with Chubb. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. It'll be a pickup of only a yard, and it's going to yield a new set of downs.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
On 1st down, they'll run with Hunt. And he'll grab a gain of 5 out of this up to the 41-yard line. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5.
They'll try to throw here. Mayfield. And that one was nearly picked. Not sure he was accounting for the free safety. Now it brings up 3rd down.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
That's a play that'll likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going, and if points result, we'll call this play significant.
Couple of first downs to kick off the drive. Here's 1st and 10 up at the 46. Mayfield gives this one to Hunt. And no room to maneuver there. Give him a yard up to the 47. 3 quarters have come and gone. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. And now Mayfield on the bootleg. The Bengal pressure gets him that time. Down he goes. Dwayne Smoot picks up his second sack of the afternoon.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
Mayfield in this Browns offense staring at a 3rd and long now after the sack. Here's Mayfield. And almost picked off. I guess the good news for them now, it's 4th down.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on 3rd down.
Yeah, call it 38 yards on the punt, no return. And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. Their defense got the stop, forced the punt, and now you really start to monitor the clock as they nurse this slim lead. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. Now Burrow on 1st down. Slant pass to Boyd. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive. 1st down. Quite the turnaround from a week ago where he threw 4 interceptions. He hasn't had an interception this game, and he told us during the week, my goal, goose egg. He's achieving that so far.
And what we're seeing is a guy that you can win with, all right? Because anyone who can make that type of an adjustment and shake off a really horrendous week the week before and come back and play mistake-free football to this point, yeah, that's a guy I want to play with, that's for sure.
That one complete to the former Seminole, Auden Tate. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. From the shotgun, it's Burrow, and that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on. 3rd down.
This has certainly been a physical game so far. Limited scoring opportunities for both sides. And there's another chance that goes unfulfilled.
The Bengals on 3rd down. They've struggled to the tune of 2 for 8 so far. This is 3rd and 4. To the air again, Burrow. A pass underneath for Fournette. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there. They'll get 14 on that one. Good for a Bengal 1st down.
Couldn't just sit on it here, could they? Had to throw the ball on 3rd down. Got the big completion in the pickup. Fresh set of downs now. They've got to feel great.
And defensively, a backbreaker. So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now, right at the 40. Throwing again, it's Burrow. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact. But in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well. Incomplete.
Again, it's Burrow on 2nd and 10. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Boyd. That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. They'll try and run for it with Fournette. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Leonard Fournette, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Bengals add on to their lead. So they went to the ground game on 3rd, hoping to pick up the 1st. They also picked up a touchdown.
Offensive linemen so used in this situation to having to pass block. All right, you're looking at what it is, 3rd down. They don't care that it's 3rd and whatever. They figure they're going to throw the ball. And when you call a running play, I think you energize them. I think you juice them up, because I haven't met an offensive lineman yet that likes to pass block more than they like to run block. And they opened up some nice holes there for him, and he took it to the house.
And the lead will grow by 1 more. So the drive winds up going 75 yards in 7 plays. And the man who finished it off with a run into the end zone, Leonard Fournette. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. And now here's Ross. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. Heading out as the Cleveland offense now as they get set to take over here.
And the script really is flipped for them. The momentum on the other sideline, and now they have to try and battle back from a 2-score deficit.
Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now, 1st and 10, right at the 30.
Out of the gun, he'll throw.
And he gets it to his running back, Nick Chubb. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a one-possession game.
Yes.
Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal. Don't necessarily need a touchdown. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down. From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. Over the middle into traffic, and that's complete. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
First down, Mayfield. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 46-yard line.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Mayfield got a man open. It's Ross. And he's got another 1st down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 44-yard line. That'll be a pickup of 10 as they try to recover from this 10-point deficit. Mayfield now looking to throw on 1st down. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back. Complete. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch. Good for 8 yards.
2nd and 2 at the 36-yard line.
And again, it's Mayfield. And that one finds the ground, breaking a string of 5 straight completions. And it brings up 2nd down. No, 3rd down.
As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about. And you can read the receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent. And that allows you to make a play on it and oftentimes knock it away.
And it's complete. Hooper. And he is out of bounds inside the 30.
Mayfield finding Hooper there for a Cleveland 1st.
A 1st down throw for Mayfield. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29.
2nd down and 10.
Mayfield with it once more. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. The Browns on 3rd down. They're hitting at 60%, 6 out of 10 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2. Open man is Higgins. And he will have the 1st down before he's tackled at the 12. What a methodical drive this is turning out to be. That time 9 yards, and the sticks move again.
But correct me if I'm wrong. You're down 2 scores. I don't think you need to rush just yet, but you can't take your time either.
Yeah, even if you don't want to commit to full 2-minute offense, you have to up the tempo, up the urgency. Maybe you're starting to call 2 plays in a huddle each time you snap the ball.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10.
Going to the air again with Mayfield. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
It's now 2nd and 10.
A 2nd down throw for Mayfield. And he'll go down. Brought down at the 20-yard line.
There's Sam Hubbard that time in there to bring him to the ground.
Remember, throughout my career here in defensive coaches, I always say, guys, you've got to earn the right to rush the passer. Well, they put themselves in a great spot with this big lead, and they know they've got to throw the ball.
These pass rushers have to be salivating. It is pin your ears back time indeed. Mayfield in this Browns offense staring at a 3rd and long now after the sack. A run for Nick Chubb.
And he's able to break out of 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. Give them a couple on the run as it brings up a 4th down. Well, look at the clock. You're down 2 scores. Have to go for this, don't you?
And they thought that as soon as they took over possession. It didn't matter where they were on the field. They were always going to be in 4-down territory. Backed up, in good situation, it didn't matter. So they've been preparing for that on their play sheet the entire time.
So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. From the right hash, it's a 35-yard attempt. Santos' kick is up and through, and that will tighten this one up a bit. Now a 1-score game at 20-13. All right, so they needed 2 scores to get back in the game. The field goal there, maybe not exactly what they wanted, but the necessary first step.
There's still time remaining, and there's enough time to get it done. They've got to get at the least a 3-and-out here to get the ball back, preferably a takeaway.
So here are the Bengals set to take over. They are trying to snap that 3-game losing streak. On top so far with the football here, 1st and 10. And they'll try to squeeze in one more play here before the 2-minute warning. They'll try and run some clock with Fournette. And he'll be taken down with a 1st down as they get about 14 out of that one. And we go to the 2-minute warning. So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off. Now Leonard Fournette. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Fournette running out of the gun. And he'll take this one across the 45 up to about the 46-yard line. And whistles, and we're going to have another stoppage of play as they call the timeout on defense with 1:53 left. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he is going to have a Bengals 1st down, although it doesn't appear to be by much. He needed 4, and he got 4 on 3rd down. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. And they will take a knee here. On 2nd down, here's Fournette. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down.
I think it might be time to move to a different section of the playbook there because back-to-back runs, both for loss. Now they have 3rd and long coming up.
Really in a hole here, 3rd and 17 following the 2 negative plays. Burrow down to a knee, and that should be the final act of this one.
Well, they certainly didn't appear to be fired up about their options throwing the football. So, to me, this seems like a case of just kind of taking their medicine there, run the ball, see if they could pick up something. Instead, they were throwing for a loss.
Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right. They took us down to the last play. We're still, you were wondering, could it happen? Possibly, even though we both knew it was a long shot.
So for the Bengals, they move back over 500 now at 4-3. And they'll head back home next week to take on the Baltimore Ravens. Meanwhile, for Cleveland, the loss drops them back to 4-3 so far. And they'll get an extra week to think about it as the midseason bye might be coming at just the right time. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.